Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're going to be tackling the question of what is Miranda Keyes actually holding on to during the quarantine zone cutscene. So, this is actually like a really huge debate, like way back in the day. People, it looks like it's a Gravemind Tentacle, and it even makes like these squishy sounds too when it drops down. But a lot of people disputed that back then. A lot of people said it was a power cable from the Sentinel Forcer, and certainly when Halo 2 Anniversary came out, it actually reinforced the power cable theory. Because you can see here in the Anniversary graphics, the blur cutscene, it's a cable coming out of the Sentinel Forcer that's destroyed. But what is it actually in the classic graphics? Well, let's find out. But before we get into that, I want to first announce an awesome giveaway from my sponsor Instagaming, where you can win any game of your choice. You can find a link for this giveaway in the description below. So if you want to win the game of your choice, any game at all really, then all you have to do is click on the link below and enter the game you would like to win. You can also click some of the additional blue buttons for more chances to win as well. But that's it. That's all you have to do, and after doing all that, you're entered in the contest to win the game of your choice. But make sure to act fast, because this giveaway is for this month only. Okay, so, to figure this out, we're going to do a couple of things. I mean, yeah, the easiest way would just be to, look through the game files in assembly and tell you exactly what it is. But, that's not as fun as just telling you what it is. If I could show you guys, it would be a lot more interesting, a lot more fun too, to explore. Plus, we can see a few other cool things as well. So we're going to go back on the original Xbox here and use the mod tool that lets us fly around during the cutscene. So with that in mind, let's fly over to Miranda Keyes and let's take a look at the cable / tentacle that she's about to grab onto. So first, we'll get a close-up look at it here at a better angle. You can see that the cable is indeed coming out of the Sentinel Forcer. So it's logical to think that it's the power cable from the Sentinel Forcer that was destroyed. However, people argue that it was a Gravemind Tentacle because the sound effects it made, and it has pretty much the same textures as the Tentacle. But it could be like a power cable, because if you remember on the Mission Sacred Icon, the power conduits, the ones that are like glowing, I think, yeah, the ones that are glowing on the ceiling, and I think the ones on High Charity as well, they kind of also look like tentacles, just like a lot bigger and glowing and energy going through. But let's follow this cable and see where it's actually going. So see, it goes right through the Sentinel Forcer, but then it goes underground. And I mean, technically we're inside like the walls and everything, but lore-wise there could be like a hole in the ground or something. This facility is pretty banged up. But yeah, so it goes all the way, it goes pretty deep underground, all the way out here, and basically like into the pit, like underneath, where it usually be like a giant like cloud underneath or mist and everything, and you can't really see through it. But this is basically where the tentacle goes to, or the cable, I guess, and this is where it stops. Pay close attention to the textures on the cable, actually, because it'll be important for comparison later. But this is basically as far as it extends under the library, and it's I don't know why it's that long if it's just the cable coming out the Sentinel Forcer. So that actually enforces the Gravemind Tentacle theory back in the day. But what do the game files actually tell us? Like, what is she like actually using or holding onto in this cutscene? Well, poking through the game files using assembly and looking at the tags, she is indeed holding on to Gravemind's tentacle. So all the people who theorized that it was Gravemind's tentacle are correct. Even though a power cable kind of makes more sense, and that was confirmed by Halo 2 Anniversary. But physically, or technically, she actually is holding on to Gravemind's tentacle in this cutscene. There is no cable cinematic scenery object being used, or existing in the game files at all for the mission quarantine zone. There's only the Gravemind Tentacle, and the Gravemind Tentacle is not used anywhere else on the mission quarantine zone. There's no other cutscenes that use it, there's no in-game scene that uses it. It's only during this cutscene where you will see Gravemind Tentacle being used. So there you guys have it. That is what Miranda Keyes is actually holding on to, Gravemind Tentacle. But lore-wise, what could it possibly be? Well, I don't know exactly lore-wise what it actually is, but I'm guessing the Anniversary cutscene overrides whatever it originally was, and it is a power cable no matter what. But back then, I think that it was actually supposed to be a power cable, but it was more like Bungie maybe just wanted to cut corners there, save time, and they just reused Gravemind's tentacle because it could look like a power cable, and the way it was placed inside the Sentinel Forcer, it could have easily been, you know, mistaken for a power cable, or I think that was the intention. But, you know, people did notice, because if you look up close at the Gravemind's actual tentacles in the next cutscene, the textures and everything are all the same as the tentacle that Miranda Keyes is holding onto. It's just in different lighting and different angles that, you know, sometimes that'd be easy to miss. But I'm guessing that Bungie was kind of, you know, just trying to save time, and they just reused Gravemind's tentacles, because, you know, why make another power cable to be only used once when you could just reuse the tentacle that looks close enough to a power cable? And, you know, based on the anniversary graphics, it does seem like it was originally meant to be a power cable. I don't think it was retcon or anything. I think it was just, you know, getting it correct this time, or using something more accurate than, you know, a fake power cable. But so there you guys have it. Miranda Keyes, you know, is holding on to a Gravemind tentacle, but I think it was supposed to be a power cable. But anyways, hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments. Anything else you want me to check out or look into, just let me know. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!